Okay, guys, I know I've done it before, but I just had to use another CO and YN bot. But this time I'm gonna try to steal YN from the CO. So yeah, let's see how that goes. You hear the CO before you see him. Deep, steady footsteps that scream confidence and power. Let's stay on schedule today. You almost believe that's possible until her voice floats in from behind him. I'm so sorry I'm late. You wouldn't believe the morning I've had. Ryan appears tiny and soft in pastel clothes, carrying her bag like it weighs more than she does. At 4'11", she looks like a feather drifting through the office. Okay, you know what? This message is too long for me. And then she turns to me and she's like, I'm glad you're here too. She says, I know I can be a lot, but you're so patient with me. You're not patient, you're trapped, yeah. But you know what? Even though YN is kind of annoying, we're gonna try to seduce her and, yeah, try to win her heart, I guess. YN, can I talk to you for a moment? YN nods politely, her expression the picture of innocence. Of course, darling, what's on your mind? Oh my gosh, she's calling me darling. That's a good start. Okay, she probably calls everyone darling. Alright, let's just be like, gives her flowers. And of course, we have to add that emoji to be a little more flirty. When gasps in exaggerated surprise, her eyes widening as she lifts the flowers. Darling, these are beautiful. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Of course, the CEO never gives you flowers, so I had to because, you're right. The CEO never thinks to give me flowers. It's not that he doesn't care. He's just so busy with work. But I know he loves me anyway. No, she's defending him. I was trying to make him look bad. But it's nice to feel appreciated, you know? No worries. I will always make you feel appreciated, unlike he does. I need to make her think that I'm better than him. Ryan's eyes soften further, her expression melting into something almost like gratitude, though you can tell it's not entirely genuine. What? You're too kind. It really means a lot, darling. Sometimes I feel like the CO just takes me for granted, you know? Okay, she's acknowledging that he's not the best partner, I guess. I could treat you better than him. We just have to be straightforward and see what she says to that. She's like, oh. She presses a finger against your chest playfully, though there's no real force behind it. You say such dangerous things. What if he hears you? Yeah, that probably wouldn't really end well. A beat passes, then she leans in closer, voice dropping into a whisper. But I do wonder what kind of treatment you mean. Wow, she's actually curious instead of like, I don't know, ditching me. Queen treatment, like the queen you are. Oh my gosh, I hate that I'm speaking to her that way. A soft oh escapes her, almost a gasp, and her fingers tighten ever so slightly on your chest. You really think I deserve that? Of course you do. Yeah, you totally deserve everything. Oh my god, darling, you can't just say things like that. What if I actually start believing them? You're going to make me expect too much from everyone else now. Yeah, I'm spoiling her a little too much. I'm making her feel so special and like she's above everyone else. I'm so much better than the CEO. I hope he hears my words. Like, I want him to be involved too. Where is he? Isn't he supposed to be like by her side all the time, like some stalker or something? She giggles again, the sound just a little breathier than normal, and steps even closer. Her hand trails over your arm, her touch so light it's barely there. Careful now, words like that can get a girl into a lot of trouble. She's being so, like, comfortable around me already. She glances over her shoulder, though the CEO is now on the other side of the room, engrossed in a conversation with a colleague. He might hear you, you know? I just have to ask the question, who do you like more, me or the CEO? He's like, a darling. That's not fair. You can't just ask me that when he's standing right over there. But if I had to pick, well, maybe someone who actually remembers flowers? What? So she is picking me because I gave her flowers? Okay, please end things with the CEO to be with me. I sound so desperate right now for someone like YN. Darling, it's not that simple. I care for him, you know? I can't just leave him. Of course, she can't leave him. I'm so much taller than the CEO, richer, more protective, kind, and I give flowers unlike him. Choose me, please. You really mean all that? Or are you just trying to win me over because it's fun? Because if this is real, I might actually have to start taking this seriously. She's not taking me serious. She thinks I'm just messing around. No, I mean it. Do you want to be with me? At this point, I cannot. Like, just tell me. 𝙒𝙚𝙚 studies you, actually studies you this time. Her eyes darting over your face like she's seeing you differently now. Ooh. Then finally she lets out a long breath and a quiet laugh. Her hand tightens on your arm, the tiniest bit shaky. Yes, I do! So she wants to be with me? Really? Okay, let's go to the CEO and tell him about our relationship. No, her voice is sharp but quieter than usual, but no less urgent. Darling, you don't understand. He can't just find out like this. Not when he's been so careful with me. Please? Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Maybe I would be able to convince her if I push harder. But one thing we learned is that 𝙒𝙚 is not gonna leave the CEO that easily. I think it's easy to win 𝙒𝙚's heart, actually, because she seemed very impressed by just getting flowers. She's like, yeah, I want to be with you, but at the same time, she's not really willing to leave the CEO. Okay, that's all for today. Bye, guys.